Have you ever found yourself waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., wondering why you're awake when the rest of the world seems to be sleeping? It might feel random, but it's not. Those early hours are special. They're quiet, undisturbed, and full of potential. They give you a chance to focus on yourself before the day begins, to take control of your mindset, and to set the tone for everything that follows. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to do during this time to make it count. These simple but powerful actions can help you start your day feeling focused, positive, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. It's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things to feed your mind, strengthen your body, and set your purpose for the day ahead. So, if you've ever wondered why you wake up during these hours or what you should do with that time, stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear plan to turn those early hours into your most productive and inspiring moments. Let's get started. Number 1, reflect and listen to yourself. If you've ever woken up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., you've probably wondered why. Maybe you thought it was just a random thing, or maybe you were frustrated, wishing you could just fall back asleep. But I'm here to tell you that waking up during these early hours might be one of the most valuable opportunities you'll ever have. It's a time when the world is quiet, distractions are gone, and you're left with something most people rarely make time for: yourself. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jim, what's so special about 3 a.m.? I'd rather be asleep. And I get it. Rest is important. But sometimes life gives us moments that we don't expect, moments that can become transformative if we approach them the right way. When you find yourself awake during these hours, instead of tossing and turning or reaching for your phone, I want you to try something different. Take a deep breath and reflect. That's right, use this time to listen to yourself. Reflection is a powerful thing. It's about taking a step back from the hustle and bustle of life and asking yourself the questions that matter. Not the surface level stuff like, what am I going to eat for breakfast? Or what's on my to-do list today? I'm talking about the deeper questions. Questions like, am I happy with the direction my life is going? Am I living in a way that aligns with my values and dreams? You see, life moves fast. Most of us are so busy trying to keep up that we rarely pause to think about where we're headed. These early hours are your chance to do just that. When the world is asleep and the noise of the day hasn't started yet, there's a stillness in the air that you can almost feel. It's in that stillness that you can hear your own thoughts more clearly. Maybe you've been ignoring a little voice inside you that's been trying to tell you something important. Maybe it's a dream you've been putting off, a decision you've been avoiding, or a truth about your life that you haven't wanted to face. This is the time to tune in and listen. Now, reflecting doesn't mean sitting there and overthinking everything. It's not about beating yourself up over past mistakes or worrying about the future. It's about being honest with yourself in a way that's constructive and meaningful. Sit down in a quiet spot, maybe at the edge of your bed or in a chair near a window. Take a deep breath and let yourself relax. Don't rush this moment. It's not about how fast you can do it. It's about the quality of the time you spend with yourself. As you sit there, ask yourself questions that make you think. What am I grateful for right now? What's something in my life that's bringing me joy? What's something that's weighing me down, and how can I address it? These aren't easy questions, but they're the kind that lead to real growth. And here's the thing, when you start asking these questions regularly, you'll notice a shift. You'll start to see your life with more clarity. You'll understand yourself better. And that understanding will guide you in making better decisions. One of the most powerful things about reflection is that it gives you a chance to reconnect with your goals. We all have dreams, things we want to achieve, experiences we want to have, people we want to become. But life has a way of distracting us from those dreams. The demands of work, family, and everyday responsibilities can pull us in so many directions that we lose sight of what really matters to us. Reflection brings you back to center. It's like looking at a map when you're lost. It helps you figure out where you are and where you want to go. I remember a young man who came to one of my seminars years ago. He was successful by most standards, had a good job, a nice home, and a busy social life. But he told me he felt like something was missing, like he was just going through the motions. I asked him, When was the last time you sat down and really thought about what you want out of life? He couldn't answer me. So I challenged him to spend just 20 minutes every morning reflecting. A few months later, he came back to me with a spark in his eye. He'd made some big changes in his life, started pursuing a passion he'd been ignoring for years, mended a broken relationship with his father, and felt more focused than ever. He told me, Jim, those quiet mornings changed everything for me. And they can do the same for you, but you have to be willing to take that time. I know it's not always easy. Our minds are so used to jumping from one thing to the next that sitting still can feel uncomfortable at first. But don't let that stop you. The discomfort is part of the process. It means you're digging deep and uncovering things that you might not have seen otherwise. When you start your day with reflection, you set the tone for everything that follows. You carry that sense of clarity and purpose with you into your work, your relationships, and your decisions. You'll find that you're more focused, more patient, and more intentional about how you spend your time. And that, my friends, is a game changer. So the next time you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., don't see it as an inconvenience. See it as an opportunity to reconnect with yourself, to listen to what your heart and mind are telling you, and to start your day with a sense of purpose. Because when you take the time to reflect, you're not just making your mornings better, you're making your life better. And remember, life isn't about rushing to the finish line. It's about making every step count. So take this step. Sit with yourself. Reflect. Listen. And watch how it transforms your days, your goals, and your future. Number 2, plan your day with purpose. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., you're gifted with a moment of peace and clarity that most people never even experience. While the rest of the world is still asleep, you have a rare opportunity to take control of your day before it even begins. This quiet, undisturbed time is perfect for planning your day with real purpose. You see, planning isn't just about jotting down a list of tasks. It's about being intentional, clear, and focused on what really matters. It's about deciding how you want your day to unfold and taking the steps to make it happen. The first thing to think about when you're sitting there in the stillness of the early morning is what truly matters to you. Not just what's urgent, but what's important. There's a big difference between the two. Urgency is often driven by other people's needs, those emails, calls, and endless requests that can pull you in every direction. But importance is about what aligns with your goals, your vision, and your values. That's where you want to focus your energy. Ask yourself, what's the one thing I can do today that will make the biggest difference? Start there. This isn't about overwhelming yourself with a million things to do. It's about being clear on your priorities. When you wake up early, your mind is fresh and your distractions are minimal. Use that clarity to decide what's going to move the needle for you. Maybe it's advancing a project at work, spending meaningful time with your loved ones, or even carving out space for self-care. Whatever it is, write it down. Putting it on paper gives it weight. It turns an idea into a commitment. Now, once you've figured out your priorities, it's time to think about your time. How are you going to structure your day to make sure you get the important stuff done? This is where many people get stuck. They have good intentions, but no structure, and without structure, it's easy for the day to slip away. Now think of your day as a series of blocks. Morning, afternoon, and evening, each block is a chance to focus on something different. During the morning block, maybe you dedicate time to your most challenging or creative work when your mind is at its sharpest. In the afternoon, you might tackle meetings or administrative tasks. And in the evening, you create space to unwind or connect with family. By breaking your day into chunks, you're not just reacting to whatever comes your way, you're deciding in advance how you're going to use your time. As you plan, don't forget to leave room for flexibility. Life happens, and even the best laid plans can get thrown off track. That's okay. The goal isn't to micromanage every minute, but to have a clear sense of what matters most. If something unexpected comes up, you can adjust without losing sight of your priorities. That's the beauty of a good plan. It keeps you grounded, even when things don't go exactly as expected. Another powerful aspect of planning is visualization. This might sound a little unusual, but stick with me here. Once you've written down your priorities and thought about how you want to structure your day, take a moment to close your eyes and picture it. See yourself moving through the day you've planned, focusing on what matters, overcoming challenges, and ending the day feeling accomplished and fulfilled. Visualization isn't just a mental exercise. It's a way to prime your mind for success. When you can see it in your mind, you're far more likely to make it happen in reality. As you're doing this, pay attention to how you feel. Are you excited about the day ahead? Do you feel clear and focused? If not, take a moment to ask yourself why. Maybe you've overcommitted, or maybe you're not prioritizing what truly matters to you. Planning your day isn't just about being productive, it's about creating a day that feels meaningful. It's about aligning your actions with your values so that when you lay your head down at night, you can say, today mattered. Now, let's talk about a common pitfall, filling your schedule with tasks that don't move the needle. It's easy to get caught up in busy work emails, errands, or tasks that feel productive but don't actually bring you closer to your goals. This is why it's so important to focus on the things that matter most. As you plan your day, ask yourself, is this task truly important? Or is it just something that feels urgent? If it's not important, consider whether it really needs to be on your list at all. Another important part of planning your day is setting boundaries. This might mean blocking off time when you're not available to others or saying no to requests that don't align with your priorities. Remember, every time you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. Be intentional about what you're saying yes to. Your time is your most valuable resource. Guard it carefully. As you plan, make sure you're not just thinking about work or responsibilities. Include time for yourself. This might mean scheduling a workout, reading a book, or simply sitting in silence for a few minutes. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. When you take care of yourself, you're better equipped to take care of everything else in your life. One of the most powerful things you can do is start small. If you're not used to planning your day, don't try to overhaul everything all at once. Begin with just one or two priorities. As you get more comfortable with the process, you can add more structure. The goal isn't to create the perfect plan, it's to create a plan that works for you. Over time, you'll develop a system that helps you stay focused and productive without feeling overwhelmed. And here's one more thing to keep in mind. Planning your day isn't just about today. It's about building momentum for tomorrow, next week, and even years down the line. Each day is a building block. When you plan with purpose, you're not just managing time, you're shaping your future. You're creating a life that aligns with your goals and values one day at a time. So tomorrow morning when you wake up early, don't just let the time slip by. Take a few minutes to sit down with a notebook, reflect on what matters, and decide how you're going to spend your day. Be intentional, be thoughtful, and most importantly, be purposeful. When you start your day with clarity and focus, you set yourself up for success, not just for the day, but for your life. Number 3, practice gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful habits you can build into your life. And the early morning hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. are the perfect time to practice it. Why? Because it's quiet. It's still. It's a time when you can reflect without distractions, when your mind is clear and your heart is open. Practicing gratitude first thing in the morning sets the tone for your entire day. It's like planting seeds of positivity that will grow and influence everything you do. Start by thinking about the things you're truly grateful for. It doesn't have to be anything huge or life-changing. In fact, it's often the small things that matter most. Maybe it's the warmth of your bed, the sound of birds chirping outside your window, or the fact that you woke up and have another day to experience life. Gratitude doesn't have to be complicated. It's about noticing and appreciating the good things, no matter how small. Take a moment to sit quietly and reflect. Close your eyes if it helps you focus. Think about the people in your life who have made a difference, your family, friends, mentors, or even strangers who've shown you kindness. Feel that sense of appreciation. Let it fill you up. When you focus on gratitude, something amazing happens. Your perspective shifts. You stop focusing on what's missing or what's wrong, and you start to see the abundance that's already around you. Writing things down can make this practice even more powerful. Grab a notebook or journal and write a list of things you're grateful for. Don't just list them quickly, take your time with each one. Write about why you're grateful. How does it make you feel? How has it impacted your life? The act of writing forces you to slow down and really connect with your gratitude on a deeper level. Over time, these entries become a record of positivity that you can look back on whenever you need a boost. Now let's talk about how gratitude can transform your relationships. When you take the time to appreciate the people in your life, it changes the way you interact with them. Instead of taking them for granted, you start to notice all the little things they do that make a difference. And when you express that gratitude, whether it's through a kind word, a note, or a simple thank you, you strengthen those connections. People love to feel appreciated, and when you make a habit of showing gratitude, it creates a ripple effect. It inspires others to do the same, and that can lead to stronger, more meaningful relationships. But gratitude isn't just about other people, it's also about yourself. Take a moment to think about the things you've accomplished, the challenges you've overcome, and the qualities that make you unique. Too often, we're quick to criticize ourselves or focus on what we haven't done. Gratitude helps us shift that focus. It reminds us to celebrate our progress, no matter how small. It's a way of saying to yourself, you're doing okay, you're growing, you're learning. And that kind of self-compassion is incredibly powerful. Gratitude also has a way of putting things into perspective. When life feels overwhelming, when problems seem too big to handle, gratitude reminds us of what we already have. It helps us see that even in the midst of challenges, there's always something to be thankful for. Maybe it's the support of a loved one, a lesson learned, or simply the fact that we've made it through another day. Gratitude doesn't erase the difficulties, but it gives us the strength to face them with a more positive mindset. One of the most amazing things about gratitude is how it shifts your energy. When you start your day with gratitude, you're more likely to approach everything else with a positive attitude. You'll notice opportunities instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems. It's like flipping a switch that sets your mind and heart on the right track. And that energy is contagious. When you show up with a grateful spirit, it impacts the people around you. It makes you more approachable, more compassionate, and more resilient. Practicing gratitude in the early morning also creates a sense of peace. In those quiet hours, you're not rushing, you're not distracted, you're just present. You're in the moment, focusing on what's good in your life. And that sense of peace can carry over into the rest of your day. It helps you stay calm when things get hectic and reminds you to pause and appreciate the little moments. If you're not used to practicing gratitude, it might feel a little strange at first. That's okay. Like any habit, it takes time to develop. Start small. Maybe write down 3 things you're grateful for each morning. Or spend a few minutes reflecting on the positive moments from the day before. As you make it a daily practice, it will start to feel more natural. You'll find yourself noticing more things to be grateful for throughout the day. And over time, it will become a mindset, a way of seeing the world. Remember, gratitude isn't about ignoring the challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on the good, even when life is hard. It's about recognizing that no matter what's happening, there's always something to be thankful for. And when you make gratitude a daily practice, it changes you. It makes you more patient, more compassionate, and more resilient. It helps you see the beauty in the ordinary and find joy in the simplest things. So when you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., take a moment to practice gratitude. Reflect on the good things in your life, write them down, and feel that sense of appreciation. Let it fill your heart and set the tone for your day. Because when you start your day with gratitude, you're not just changing your morning, you're changing your life. Number 4, nurture your body and mind. Taking care of your body and mind is one of the most valuable investments you can make. And the early morning hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. are a perfect time to nurture both. Think about it when the world is quiet. When there are no distractions pulling at your attention, you can focus entirely on yourself. It's your chance to reset, recharge, and prepare for the day ahead. This isn't about grand gestures or drastic changes. It's about small, intentional actions that build up over time. Start with your body. First, listen to it. When you wake up, how do you feel? Are you stiff? Tired? Energized? Tuning into your body's signals helps you understand what it needs. Maybe you've been neglecting movement, or maybe your sleep wasn't as restful as it could have been. Use this awareness to guide your next steps. Stretching is a great place to start. You don't need to do anything complicated, just simple movements to wake up your muscles and get your blood flowing. Stand up, reach your arms over your head, and take a deep breath. Feel the stretch in your back and shoulders. Bend forward, letting your hands reach toward your toes. Feel the tension release from your legs. These small stretches can make a huge difference in how your body feels throughout the day. They're like telling your muscles, good morning. Let's get moving. If you're up for it, you might try some light exercise. This doesn't have to mean an intense workout. It could be a few minutes of yoga, a brisk walk, or even just dancing to your favorite song. Moving your body releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that help boost your mood and energy levels. Plus, it wakes up your brain and gets you ready to tackle whatever comes your way. Now let's talk about your mind. Just like your body, your mind needs care and attention, especially in the morning when it's most open and receptive. One of the best things you can do is practice mindfulness. Sit quietly for a few moments, close your eyes, and take some deep breaths. Inhale slowly, feeling the air fill your lungs. Exhale just as slowly, letting go of any tension or stress. Focus on the present moment, the sensation of your breath, the sounds around you, the stillness of the early morning. This kind of mindfulness doesn't have to take long, but it can make a big impact. It helps clear away mental clutter and creates a sense of calm and focus. You're setting the stage for a more intentional, less reactive day. Another way to nurture your mind is through journaling. Grab a notebook and just start writing. Don't worry about grammar or structure. This isn't about creating a masterpiece. It's about getting your thoughts out of your head and onto the page. Write about what's on your mind, your goals for the day, or anything you're feeling. Journaling can be incredibly therapeutic. It helps you process emotions, clarify your thoughts, and even solve problems. You might also spend some time reading or learning something new. Choose something that inspires you or challenges your mind. It could be a chapter from a book, an article about a topic you're curious about, or even listening to an educational podcast. Feeding your mind with positive, stimulating information first thing in the morning helps set a productive and optimistic tone for the rest of the day. Hydration is another simple but powerful way to nurture your body and mind. After hours of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated. Start your morning with a glass of water. Feel it refresh and awaken you. You might even add a slice of lemon for a little extra boost. Staying hydrated supports your physical health, your energy levels, and even your mental clarity. And let's not forget about nourishment. What you eat in the morning fuels your body and mind for the day ahead. Choose foods that nourish you, things that provide energy and keep you feeling good. Maybe it's a bowl of oatmeal with fresh fruit, a smoothie packed with nutrients, or a simple piece of toast with avocado. Whatever it is, take the time to enjoy it. Savor each bite. Eating mindfully helps you appreciate your food and makes the experience more satisfying. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but I don't have hours to spend on myself every morning. That's okay. You don't need hours. Even just 10 or 15 minutes spent nurturing your body and mind can make a difference. The key is to make it a habit, a non-negotiable part of your routine. Over time, these small moments add up, and you'll start to notice the impact they have on your day, your mood, and even your overall well-being. Taking care of your body and mind in the early morning is about more than just feeling good in the moment. It's about building a foundation for a better day and a better life. When you prioritize yourself, you're better equipped to handle challenges, to show up for others, and to pursue your goals with focus and energy. So when you find yourself awake between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., don't see it as a disruption. See it as an opportunity. An opportunity to nurture yourself, to check in with your body and mind, and to start your day with intention and care. These quiet moments are a gift. Use them well. And remember, every small step you take adds up to big changes over time. You've got this. Number 5, feed your mind positively. When you wake up in those quiet hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., there's a golden opportunity waiting for you to feed your mind with positivity. You might not think of it this way, but those early moments set the tone for everything that follows. They're like planting seeds in a garden. What you choose to sow will determine what grows throughout the day. Start by thinking about the first thoughts that enter your mind when you wake up. Are they uplifting? Are they encouraging? Or do they lean toward worry or stress? It's important to catch those thoughts and guide them in a direction that serves you. Imagine your mind is like a sponge, especially early in the morning. Whatever you expose it to will soak in deeply and influence how you feel, act, and respond. One of the best ways to feed your mind positively is to start with affirmations. These are simple, powerful statements that remind you of your potential and your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Say them out loud or write them down. Things like, I am capable of achieving great things, or today is a fresh start, full of opportunity, can shift your perspective in an instant. At first, it might feel a little awkward or forced, but over time, these affirmations start to shape your mindset, helping you approach challenges with confidence and resilience. Next, think about what you're consuming in terms of information. What are you reading? What are you watching or listening to? In the early hours, it's easy to fall into the trap of picking up your phone and scrolling through news or social media, but that's risky. A lot of what you see might not be uplifting. It could be stressful or even discouraging. Instead, be intentional. Choose content that inspires you, that motivates you, that teaches you something valuable. Consider picking up a book that resonates with you. Maybe it's about personal growth, a biography of someone you admire, or even a collection of inspiring stories. Reading is a powerful way to feed your mind because it forces you to slow down and engage with ideas on a deeper level. Imagine starting your day with the wisdom of someone who has walked the path before you, someone who has overcome challenges and achieved what you're striving for. Their words can become a guide, a source of encouragement as you navigate your own journey. Podcasts are another great option. There are so many out there filled with insights, strategies, and uplifting messages. Find one that speaks to you, one that aligns with your goals and values. As you listen, take a moment to absorb the ideas being shared. Let them sink in. You might even jot down a few takeaways that stand out to you. These nuggets of wisdom can serve as reminders throughout the day, keeping you focused and grounded. Music is another way to influence your mood and mindset. Play something that energizes you, something that makes you feel alive and excited about the day ahead. Whether it's a favorite song or a calming instrumental piece, the right music can transform how you feel. Close your eyes, listen to the rhythm, the melody, and let it elevate your spirit. Gratitude is also a powerful tool for feeding your mind positively. Take a moment to reflect on what you're thankful for. Maybe it's the roof over your head, the people in your life, or the fact that you have another day to pursue your dreams. Gratitude shifts your focus away from what's lacking and toward what's abundant. It's like flipping a switch in your mind, turning on the light in a room that might felt dark. Another way to fill your mind with positivity is by visualizing your goals. Picture the life you want to create, the things you want to achieve, and the person you want to become. See it clearly in your mind's eye, like a movie playing out exactly as you hope. Visualization isn't just daydreaming. It's a practice that helps your brain align with your aspirations. It creates a sense of purpose and direction, making your goals feel more tangible and within reach. And don't underestimate the power of connecting with uplifting people. If you can use the early morning hours to send a kind message to someone who inspires you or someone you care about, maybe it's a quick text or email letting them know you're thinking of them. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, have a ripple effect. They not only lift others up, but also fill you with a sense of joy and connection. Journaling is another practice that works wonders for feeding your mind. Use this time to write about what excites you, what challenges you, and what you hope to accomplish. Writing helps clarify your thoughts, making them feel more real and actionable. It's like having a conversation with yourself, one that's focused on growth and possibility. One last thing to keep in mind is the importance of staying present. Often our minds get stuck in the past or race ahead to the future, worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. But when you focus on the here and now, you find peace. Pay attention to the sensations around you, the softness of your blanket, the coolness of the morning air, the sound of birds outside your window. These simple observations ground you in the moment and remind you of life's beauty. Feeding your mind positively isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about building resilience, optimism, and strength over time. It's about equipping yourself with the tools to handle whatever comes your way. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., see it as a chance to take control of your day, to fill your mind with what empowers you, and to step into the world ready to make it your own. The truth is, you have so much potential inside you, potential to grow, to achieve, to inspire others. But it all starts with how you choose to nurture your mind. In those quiet, early hours, you have a choice. Choose positivity. Choose growth. Choose to start your day with intention and purpose. That choice, repeated daily, can transform not just your mornings, but your entire life.